Hello all. Welcome to the class of Calculus and Linear Algebra 18 Mat 11. Today I'll be teaching a topic in Differential Calculus 2 and the topic name is Maclaurin series expansion for one variable. Myself, Dr. Madhura, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bengaluru. We'll take up with the next topic, Maclaurin's series expansion, Maclaurin series expansion for one variable. So this is the next topic what we are discussing. This is a particular case of Taylor series expansion where the value of A equal to 0. So first we will write down the Taylor series expansion and we substitute A equal to 0 in it to get the Maclaurin series expansion. So we know that Taylor series expansion is given by Taylor series expansion is given by y of x is equal to y of a plus x minus a into y1 of a plus x minus a the whole square divided by 2 factorial y2 of a, etc. Now this is a particular case, Maclaurin series expansion is a particular case with a equal to 0. So we'll write down if a equal to 0, then we get Maclaurin's series expansion, Maclaurin series expansion of y of x given by y of x is equal to y of 0 plus x into y1 of 0 plus we substitute a equal to 0 here. So this gives us x minus 0 into y1 of 0. That is simply written as x into y1 of 0 plus x square divided by 2 factorial into y2 of 0. If we want to write on the third degree term, this will be x cubed divided by 3 factorial into y3 of 0, etc. The alternate notation for the Maclaurin series expansion formula can also be written in the form f of x is equal to f of 0 plus x into f dash of 0 plus x square by 2 factorial f double dash of 0, etc. So notations is up to us how we write down. We represent the given function as y of x, then we find out y of 0, y1 of 0, y2 of 0, etc. And we substitute all the constants into this formula to obtain the Maclaurin series expansion of the given y of x. So now we will take up problems. Problems on Maclaurin series expansion. Problems. So first question, using Maclaurin series, prove that square root of 1 plus sine 2x is equal to 1 plus x minus x square divided by 2 minus x cube divided by 6 plus x power 4 divided by 24 minus plus etc. So we need to obtain the Maclaurin series expansion of the given function square root of 1 plus sine 2x. Square root of 1 plus sine 2x is the given function y of x for us. For this we have to find out the Maclaurin series expansion and prove that the answer is of the form 1 plus x minus x square divided by 2 minus x cube by 6 plus x power 4 by 24, etc. So let us do the solution. So very firstly, let us write down the formula for Maclaurin series expansion. And looking into the required answer, we will be able to say that we need to obtain the derivatives until 4th degree term. Because we have the power as x power 4 by 24, we shall be able to understand that we have to obtain the Maclaurin series up to 4th degree terms. Okay, so let us write down the formula first. Maclaurin's series expansion is given by y of x is equal to y of 0 plus x into y1 of 0 plus x squared by 2 factorial y2 of 0 x cubed divided by 3 factorial y3 of 0 x power 4 divided by 4 factorial y4 of 0, etc. So since the required answer is up to infinite terms, we will also leave the formula up to infinite terms. We'll call this as equation 1. Now we need to find out the derivatives. So before finding out the derivatives, we'll consider the function y of x as square root of 1 plus sine 2x. We put it in the simplest form just for convenient, and then we do the differentiation successively. So let us consider y of x given by square root of 1 plus sine 2x. Now we will use the formula for 1 as well as we'll use the formula for sine 2x and write it in the simplest form. Now using the identity, 1 can be written as sine square x plus cos square x, and sine 2x using the Euler angle formula, this can be written as 2 sine x into cos x. 2 sine x into cos x. This entire expression is under the root. So that this is now of the form a square plus b square plus 2ab term. So we can use the formula for a square plus b square plus 2ab, which we can write it down as a plus b the whole square. So sine x plus cos x the whole square is under the root. So square root and the square get cancelled. So we have the simplified expression for y of x as sine x plus cos x. So in the given question itself, that is given function y of x itself, we manipulate it like this just for convenient. So we have a simple expression for y of x as square sine x plus cos x. So keeping this, we will be able to find out y of 0. We obtain Maclaurin series expansion always at the point x is equal to a equal to 0. So substituting as a value equal to 0, we have sine 0 plus cos 0. Sine 0 plus cos 0. Sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. So we have y of 0 value equal to 1. Y of 0 value equal to 1. Now, considering this y of x, we need to find out the successive derivatives y1, y2, y3, y4. And for at each of these, we have to evaluate y1 of 0, y2 of 0, y3 of 0, and y4 of 0, obtaining all the answers, that is constants obtaining, we need to substitute in equation 1 to obtain the required Maclaurin series expansion of the given function square root of 1 plus sine 2x. So let us proceed that. Consider that y of x and do the successive derivatives. So just for convenient, I'll write on y of x once again. So y of x is nothing but sine x plus cos x. Now the first differentiation, y1 of x. y1 of x is differentiation of sine x, which is cos x. Differentiation of cos x is minus sine x. Minus sine x. So keeping this, we have to find out y1 of 0. y1 of 0 will be cos 0 minus sine 0. Cos 0 is 1, sine 0 is 0. So we have 1. Now the next differentiation to obtain y2 of x. y2 of x. Differentiation of cos x is minus sine x, and differentiation of sine x is cos x. I've written the minus sign as it is, and differentiation of cos x I've written as minus sine x, and differentiation of sine x is cos x. So keeping this, we have to find out y2 at the point 0, y2 of 0. So y2 of 0 is minus sine 0 minus cos 0. So this will be equal to minus 1. Minus 1. Sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. There is a minus sign, that is why minus 1 it is. So this is y2 of 0 for us. Next differentiation we have to find out, which is y3. Differentiate y2 of x once again with respect to x. So differentiation of sine x is cos x. Keeping the minus sign as it is, we have minus cos x. Differentiation of cos x is minus sine x. Minus of minus becomes plus. So we get plus sine x. And again at the point 0, x is equal to a equal to 0. Throughout our problems in Maclaurin series, we will be obtaining at the point 0 only. So we have minus cos 0 plus sine 0. Cos 0 is 1. There is a minus sign outside. So minus 1 is the answer for y3 of 0. Next, in the last differentiation, we will obtain to get y4 of x. So differentiation of y3 of x gives us y4 of x. Differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. There's already a minus sign, so minus of minus becomes plus. And differentiation of sin x is cos x. Differentiation of sin x is cos x. So we'll now find out y4 of 0. Y4 at the point 0 for Maclaurin series expansion. So sin 0 plus cos 0. Cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. So here at this stage, the answer is 1. So just for convenience, I've blocked all the answers. So we need to substitute all these answers to equation 1, where we have written the Maclaurin series expansion formula. So substituting in equation 1. Substituting in equation 1, we get, let us substitute into equation 1 to get the required answer. Left hand side, I will substitute for y of x as 1 plus sine 2x. Right hand side, y of 0. Y of 0 is nothing but 1 plus x into y1 of 0 is 1 plus x square divided by 2 factorial into y2. y2 of x, y2 of 0 is minus 1 plus x cube divided by 3 factorial is 6 into y3 value is minus 1 plus x power 4 divided by 4 factorial is 24 into 1. So just on simplifying this, we will be able to obtain square root of 1 plus sine 2x is equal to 1 plus x minus x square divided by 2 minus x cube divided by 6 plus x power 4 divided by 24. And that is our required answer if we can verify. Since the answer was mentioned, what should be our answer that was mentioned for us. So that is why we are able to verify, and same thing we have obtained. So of course, this is an infinite series. We can just put a minus plus sign and leave the answer as such. So this is how we obtain Maclaurin series expansion for the given function f of x or y of x. We'll see second problem on Maclaurin series now. Expand log of secant x in ascending powers of x up to the first 3 non-vanishing terms. Up to the first 3 non-vanishing terms. So the same expression, sometimes it has been asked as obtaining up to 3 non-vanishing terms. Sometimes you will be mentioned in specific up to terms containing x power, some power say 4, 5 or 6 like that, using Maclaurin series. So we need to obtain the Maclaurin series expansion of log of secant x in ascending powers of x. Obviously, when we expand the series, that is when we have the series in the Maclaurin's format, it is obviously in the ascending powers of x. So we need to obtain log of secant x, taking the function y of x as log of secant x. We need to obtain the Maclaurin series expansion of log of secant x up to 3 non-vanishing terms. You can just put a word using Maclaurin series. Using Maclaurin's series. The method name will be usually mentioned for us. So let us take up the solution for the same. First, we will write down the formula for Maclaurin series expansion. Maclaurin's series expansion is given by y of x is equal to y of 0 plus x into y1 of 0 plus x square divided by 2 factorial into y2 of 0 plus x cube divided by 3 factorial, y3 of 0, etc. So just for convenience, we will call this as equation 1. So we need to find out up to 3 non-vanishing terms. Means suppose one of the term y of 0 or y1 of 0, they are 0 means we'll have to obtain 3 such non-vanishing terms. Until then, we have to find out the derivatives. So let us do taking up y of x is equal to log of secant x. So let us write down first y of x is equal to log of secant x. We have to find out at the point 0. So we take x is equal to 0. X is equal to a equal to 0. So y of 0 will be equal to log of secant 0. Log of secant 0. Recalling the standard value for secant 0, since cos 0 is 1, secant 0 will also be 1 because it is the reciprocal of cos. So we have log 1, and log 1 value is equal to 0. Log 1 is 0. Now we differentiate y of x with respect to x to obtain y1 of x. So we'll find out now y1 of x. Differentiation of log of secant x is 1 divided by secant x into chain rule concept. So differentiation of secant x will be secant x into tan x. Now we observe secant get cancelled and y1 of x is nothing but tan x only. So y1 of x is given by tan x only. Now we obtain y1 of 0. y1 at the point 0. So this is tan 0. Tan 0. And we are familiar with the standard value of tan 0. Tan 0 is equal to 0. Observe that we have already got 2 vanishing terms. We need to obtain the Maclaurin series expansion of the given function up to 3 non-vanishing terms. So we didn't get any non-vanishing term yet. Now moving ahead, we'll find out the differentiation once again. So y1 is equal to tan x. Once again differentiating y2 of x is equal to differentiation of tan x is secant square x. Secant square x. And at the point 0, when we find out, we have y2 of 0. y2 of 0 is secant square 0. Secant square 0, recalling standard value, it is 1 square, which is 180. So we got one of the non-vanishing term for y2 of 0. Now, before proceeding for the next differentiation, I make it easy by writing down secant square x as 1 plus tan square x, just for convenient, so that tan square can be written as y1 square. y1 square. So I'll just represent that here. We'll rewrite, before differentiation, we will rewrite secant square x as 1 plus tan square x. So that is y2 of x is equal to 1 plus tan square x, and this can be written as 1 plus y1 square. Because tan x is equal to y1 of x, tan square x can be written as y1 square. So we have a simple expression for y2. y2 is written as 1 plus y1 square. so that now we can differentiate with respect to x to obtain y3. So y3 is equal to differentiation of a constant 1 is 0 plus differentiation of y1 square is 2y1 into y2. I'll repeat the differentiation. Differentiation of a constant is 0 and differentiation of y1 square is just not 2 into y1 into chain rule concept. So differentiation of y1 will be dy by d square y by dx square, which is y2 for us. So that will be 2 into y1 into y2. Now we have to find out y3 at the point 0. So y3 of 0 will be 2 into y1 of 0 into y2 of 0. So this is the expression what we have for y3 of x. So y3 of x is 2 into y1 into y2, which is same as reading 2 into y1 of x into y2 of x. So taking x is equal to a equal to 0 for Maclaurin series expansion, y3 of 0 will be 2 into y1 of 0 into y2 of 0 into y2 of 0. Now we are familiar with these values, y1 of 0 and y2 of 0. y1 is 0, y2 is 1. So we have 2 into 0 into 1, which gives us 0 after doing product. 0 multiplied with any number gives us 0 back. So we have y3 is equal to 0. So until now we have obtained only one non-vanishing term. The question says until we obtain 3 non-vanishing terms, we have to obtain the Maclaurin series. So we proceed further to find out the next differentiation. So y4 of x is equal to, once again when we differentiate the function y3 of x, we obtain y4 of x, which is 2 into product rule. So first I will write in y1 as it is, differentiation of y2 will be y3 plus I will retain 2y2 as it is, differentiation of y1 will be y2. So this can be rewritten as 2 into y1 into y3 plus 2 into y2 square. So this is the expression for y4 of x. Now keeping y4 of x, we have to obtain y4 at the point 0. So 2 into, this is obviously y1 of 0, y3 of 0, and this is y2 of 0 whole square. Correct? I'll directly substitute the value for y1 of 0, which is 0. y3 is also 0. So we have 2 into 0 plus 2 into y2 square. y2 is 1. y2 of 0 is 1, so 1 square. So we have 2 as the answer for y4 of 0. 2 is the answer for y4 of 0. Now at this stage, we have got 2 non-vanishing terms. So now we'll move ahead to the next differentiation to find out y5. Differentiate once again to find out y5. So y5 is equal to, product rule again, 2 into y1, 2 into y1 into y3 we have. So first I will write 2y1 as it is, differentiation of y3 is y4 plus 2y3 as it is, differentiation of y1 is y2 plus differentiation of 2y2 square is 4y2 into y3. It is using the chain rule concept. It is similar to something expression like 2x square. Differentiation of 2x square is 4x. So 2y2 square differentiation will be 4y2 into chain rule concept. So y2 differentiation should be written, which is y3. Differentiation of y2 is y3. And since we observe these two are like terms, we will combine and rewrite the y5 expression. This is 2y1 into y4 plus 6y2 into y3. Combining the like terms which is there in the last two expressions. Now we will obtain y5 at the point 0. For Maclaurin series, a equal to 0 is taken. Now since y1 is 0, first term will be 0. y2, y3. y3 is also 0. That is why second term will also be 0. Right? So we have y1 equal to 0. y1 of 0 we have to substitute. y1 of 0 is 0. So that is why first term will be 0. In the second term, we observe we have y2 into y3. So y3 of 0 is nothing but 0. That is why this is also 0. So 0 plus 0 gives us 0 as the result. So y5 of 0 is 0. Still we have not got 3 non-vanishing terms. So we proceed further to find out the next differentiation. So differentiating once again with respect to x, we can obtain y6. So product rule, 2 into y1 into y5 plus 2 y4 into y2 plus 6 y2 into y4 plus 6 y3 into y3. Let me explain the product rule to you. So 2 into y1 into y4 product rule. So first I will retain 2 y1 as it is. Differentiation of y4 is y5 plus 2 y4 as it is. Differentiation of y1 is y2. Similarly, product rule for the second term also has to be done. 6y2 first we will retain as it is. Differentiation of y3 is y4 plus 6y3 as it is. Differentiation of y2 is y3. So I'll just rewrite this expression once again. So we have 2 y1 y5 and the middle two terms are like terms. We can add them 8 y2 y4 plus 6 y3 square. So this is a simplified answer for y6. Now at the given point, that is at the point 0, we have y6 of 0 is equal to, the first term is 0 because y1 is 0. The second term is non-zero because both y2 and y4 we have an answer. y2 is 1, y4 is 2. So we have 8 into 1 into 2. 8 2s are 16. So we have 0 plus 16 plus y3 is 0. So third term is also 0. So we have 16 as the answer for y6 of 0. y6 of 0 is 16. And we observe we have obtained 3 non-vanishing terms. 1, 2 and 16 are the 3 non-vanishing terms. So since we obtained 3 non-vanishing terms according to the requirement, we stop here doing the differentiation. Now we substitute all these values into equation 1 where we have already written the Maclaurin series expansion formula. So substituting in equation 1, we get y of x. Y of x is nothing but log of secant x. Log of secant x is equal to, there are many zeros here. So I'll just substitute the non-zero value. So y2 of 0. So y2 of 0 means x squared divided by 2 factorial should be written as it is into y2 of 0 is 1. So that we will substitute x squared divided by 2 factorial into y2 of 0 is 1 plus the next non-vanishing term is y4 of 0. So y4 of 0 means we will have x power 4 by 4 factorial. X power 4 divided by 4 factorial into y4 of 0. y4 of 0 is 2 plus x power 6 divided by 6 factorial into 16. That is y6 of 0. So that is why x power 6 by 6 factorial. So just on simplifying the constants that we have here, we can rewrite the answer. So log of secant x is equal to x squared divided by 2 plus x power 4 divided by 24 into 2 plus x power 6 divided by 6 factorial. What is the value of 6 factorial? 720 into 16. So what we get the answer as x squared divided by 2 plus 2 1s are 2 12s are. So we have x power 4 divided by 12 plus, simplifying this, we can obtain x power 6 divided by 25. So up to 3 non-vanishing terms, we have obtained the answer. So this is our required Maclaurin series expansion for the given function log of secant x. We'll take up with the third question. Expand log of 1 plus cos x by Maclaurin's series expansion using Maclaurin series expansion up to the term containing x power 4. Up to the term containing x power 4. So we need to obtain the expansion of log of 1 plus cos x using Maclaurin series up to the term containing x power 4. So the previous problem also they can ask up to term containing x power 6. Instead of saying first 3 non-vanishing terms, they can also mention that you have to obtain the expansion up to x power 6, because we saw that up to x power 6 only we had that 3 non-vanishing terms. So in the same way, given this question, they can ask up to the term containing x power 4. So we'll just do the solution for this. Given function y of x is nothing but log of 1 plus cos x. Log of 1 plus cos x. So we'll see solution. First, we'll write down the formula for Maclaurin series expansion. So Maclaurin's series expansion is given by y of x is equal to y of 0 plus x divided by 1 factorial into y1 of 0 plus x square divided by 2 factorial into y2 of 0, etc. So this is our formula. While performing the derivatives, we will have to do until 4th degree term, until x power 4. So we observe that it is x power 1 divided by 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1 itself, so we have not mentioned it specifically. And x power 1 can be simply written as x only. So this is our formula for Maclaurin series. Now we consider the function y of x given for us log of 1 plus cos x, and we simplify. Finding the derivatives, we will obtain the derivatives at the point 0. So let y of x be equal to log of 1 plus cos x. Now firstly we have to find out y of 0. Y at the point 0 we have to find out. So y of 0 will be log of 1 plus cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So we have log of 1 plus 1, which is equal to log 2. Log 2. Now we differentiate once again to obtain the next derivative, that is y1 of x we have to find out. So y1 of x is differentiation of log of 1 plus cos x is 1 divided by 1 plus cos x into differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. Using the chain rule concept, you have to as well differentiate 1 plus cos x term. So differentiation of 1 is 0, differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. So that is how we get minus sin x divided by 1 plus cos x. Now at the point 0 we will find out. So y1 of 0 will be minus sin 0 divided by 1 plus cos 0. Sin 0 is 0. 0 divided by anything will be 0 itself. So we obtain y1 of 0 is equal to 0. Now, there are two ways of proceeding with the problem. One is doing direct differentiation of y1 to obtain y2. You have to apply quotient rule. Or we can also cross multiply 1 plus cos x to the left hand side, and then we can proceed applying product rule to find out the successive derivatives. Now, instead of these two, I'll follow a new method. First, I will write down the numerator and the denominator using the half angle alike formula. I will write down sin x as 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2, and we will write down 1 plus cos x as 2 cos square x by 2, so that this simplifies to tan for us. Okay, that will be easy to do the next set of derivatives. That is the reason I'll be taking up in that alternative way. The way of doing is up to our choice. You can directly differentiate and obtain the successive derivatives and obtain the answer at the point 0 for all the differentiation terms. Alternately, I am trying to represent in a different way. So we will rewrite this y1 of x as minus as it is 2 sine x by 2 into cos x by 2. Denominator 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. 2 into cos square x by 2. So this is helping me to cancel 2. One cos term get cancelled. We remain with sine by cos, which is nothing but tan. So we have y1 of x is equal to minus tan x by 2. So keeping this in mind, we differentiate once again to obtain y2 of x. So y2 can be now obtained as y2 of x is differentiation of tan x, which is secant square x by 2 into differentiation of x by 2 will be 1 by 2. I repeat the differentiation minus as it is. Differentiation of tan theta is secant square theta. So we have secant square x by 2 form into differentiation of x by 2 using the chain rule concept. You have to differentiate as well x by 2. So differentiation of x by 2 will be 1 divided by 2. Now what was the purpose of writing like this is, again we can represent secant square x by 2 as 1 plus tan square, and tan square can be written as y1 square as we did it in the previous problem. So secant square was represented as 1 plus tan square is nothing but y1 square. So in the same way here also we will be able to write it down keeping minus half constant as it is. So we will do that next. Now for time being we will first find out what is y2 of 0. First we will find out y2 of 0. So this is minus half into secant square 0. Since cos 0 is 1, secant 0 will also be 1. So we have the derivative value at the point 0 as minus half. The value of the derivative is minus half here. That is y2 of 0 is minus half. Now before I move ahead to the next differentiation, as I mentioned, I will rewrite secant square x by 2 in terms of 1 plus tan square, and substitute for tan square as y1 square. I'll just show that to you. I'm rewriting y2 of x. Rewriting y2 of x as, so y2 of x is equal to, so I have to retain minus half as it is, secant square is written as 1 plus tan square. X by 2 is the function, so we'll write down x by 2 as it is. So this can be written as minus half into, this is y2 for us. In simple, I can write it down as y2 only. So minus half into, this can be written as 1 plus y1 square. Just check back the function y1. So y1 is nothing but minus tan x by 2. When you square this on both sides, y1 square will be positive tan square. So we had positive tan square, which can be written as y1 square. And again for convenient, I'll cross multiply 2 to the other side. So we have 2y2 is equal to minus of 1 plus y1 square. So this is the expression which I would like to differentiate further to obtain y3 and y4. So differentiation will give us 2 into y3 is equal to minus of, differentiation of a constant is 0. Differentiation of y1 square is 2y1 into y2. Using the chain rule concept. So 2 get cancelled. We have y3 is equal to minus y1 into y2. So this is the expression for y3 we have. And now we will find out y3 of 0. This is minus y1 of 0 into y2 of 0. Let's look back for y1 of 0 and y2 of 0 values. y1 is 0, y2 is minus half. So 0 into minus half will give us 0. So y3 of 0 value we obtained as 0. Now once again we have to differentiate this y3 expression to obtain y4. So So y4, we have to apply product rule, minus y1 as it is, differentiation of y2 is y3, minus y2 as it is, differentiation of y1 is y2. So this gives us minus y1 into y3 minus y2 square. So this is y4 of x for us, and we need to find out at 0. So y4 of 0 will be minus y1 of 0 into y3 of 0 minus y2 of 0 whole square. y1 into y3. y3 is 0, so first term will be 0 minus y2 of 0 whole square. y2 of 0 is minus half, so we have minus half square. So this will be minus 1 by 4 for us. Minus 1 by 4. Now this was the question we were asked to find out until 4th degree term or up to the term containing x power 4. So we stopped doing the derivatives because we have obtained y4 of 0. So now we will substitute all these values into equation 1. Substituting in equation 1. We are substituting these values into equation 1, which is nothing but the Maclaurin series expansion. So we get y of x. Y of x is nothing but log of 1 plus cos x is equal to y of 0, that is the first term, which is log 2. I'll just consider the non-vanishing terms for you, plus x into 0 we will have, next term will be x squared divided by 2 factorial into minus 1 by 2. y2 of 0 is minus 1 by 2. y2 of 0 is minus 1 by 2 plus x cubed divided by 3 factorial is 6 into 0 plus x power 4 divided by 4 factorial is 24 into minus 1 by 4. So simplifying this, we'll write on one last step. Log 2 minus x squared divided by 4 minus x power 4 divided by 24 into 4. 96 it will be. So this is the expression for log of 1 plus cos x. Maclaurin series expansion for log of 1 plus cos x. I would like to take up the fourth question now. Obtain the Maclaurin's series expansion of e to the power tan inverse x up to the term containing x power 5. Obtain the Maclaurin series expansion of e power tan inverse x up to the term containing x power 5. So this is our next question on Maclaurin series. So let us first write down the formula. Maclaurin's series expansion is given by y of x is equal to y of 0 plus x into y1 of 0 plus x squared divided by 2 factorial into y2 of 0, etc. Up to 5th degree term we are supposed to find out. Now we consider the given y of x. Y of x is as given as e power tan inverse x, and we'll find out the successive derivatives. E to the power tan inverse x for us. At the given point we have to find out. That is at x is equal to a equal to 0. So y of 0 will be equal to e to the power tan inverse 0. E to the power tan inverse 0. Recall the standard value of tan inverse 0. It is 0. So we have e power 0, which is equal to 1. E power 0 is nothing but 1. So next differentiation will start. So y1 of x is equal to differentiation of e power tan inverse x is nothing but e power tan inverse x into differentiation of tan inverse x is 1 divided by 1 plus x square. We'll recall the formula for e power ax. So differentiation of e power ax is a into e power ax. So in the same manner, we are trying to do e power tan inverse x differentiation. So differentiation of e power tan inverse x is e power tan inverse x itself into differentiation of tan inverse x you have to write down, which is 1 divided by 1 plus x square. Now just on the simple, we'll be able to rewrite this as y1 of x is equal to the numerator e power tan inverse is nothing but y divided by 1 plus x square. So that cross multiplying, we can write 1 plus x square into y1 is y. So this becomes the simplest expression for us for the next set of differentiations. E power tan inverse x is nothing but y. So that we use as a notation for the numerator here. Denominator 1 plus x square we have written as it is. And in the next step, we have cross multiplied 1 plus x square to the other side. See, left hand side, we can as well write it simply y1 also. Y1 of x means as a function of x it is. That is what we are mentioning. That's all. Okay. So we will now substitute at the point 0. So this will be y1 of 0 is equal to e power tan inverse 0 divided by 1 plus 0 square. So this will be equal to tan inverse 0 is 0. So e power 0 divided by 1, and this on simplification give us again 1 itself. This is nothing but 1 plus x square into y1 is equal to 1. This expression we once again differentiate to obtain the next set of derivatives. So of course, the previous step, you can obtain y1 of 0 at this stage also, and the latter stage, whatever we have written. Right, now we will differentiate once again to obtain the next set of derivative. Product rule has to be applied here, 1 plus x square into y1. So this will give us 1 plus x square into y2 plus y1 into 2x is equal to y1. So let me explain that differentiation to you. Product rule for 1 plus x square into y1. So first we will rewrite 1 plus x square as it is. Differentiation of y1 is y2. Next, we are writing y1 as it is. Differentiation of 1 is 0. Differentiation of x square is 2x. So 0 plus 2x gives us 2x only. Right hand side differentiation of y with respect to x. We are differentiating all these with respect to x. Please don't forget that. Differentiation of y with respect to x is y1. Now we have to obtain y2 at the point 0. Right? So to find out y2, wherever x is there, substitute as 0 because we are taking at the point x is equal to a equal to 0. And wherever y1 is there, we are already familiar with the value of y1 of 0, which is 1. We can substitute that. So substituting that, we can rewrite this as 1 plus 0 square into y2 of 0 plus y1 of 0 is 1 into 2 into 0 because x is 0 is equal to y1 is again 1. So this I am getting as y2 of 0 is equal to 1. Because in the left hand side second term is 0, 2 into 0 is 0 here. So are we getting y2 of 0 is equal to 1? Yes, we are getting y2 of 0 is equal to 1. Next differentiation we have to obtain. Again applying product rule. Until what degree terms we have to differentiate? Until 5th degree term because containing x power 5. Now we have obtained y2. Next differentiation will fetch us y3. So product rule again. So this gives us 1 plus x square into y3 plus y2 into 2x plus 2x into y2 plus 2y1 into 1 is equal to y2. So if there are any like terms, we can add them. The middle two terms are like terms. So this is 1 plus x square into y3 plus 4xy2 plus 2y1 is equal to y2. So this is the simplified form. After combining these two, they are like terms. 2xy2, 2xy2 gives us 4xy2. So now at the point 0, we will find out. So we have 1 plus 0 square into y3 of 0 plus 0 I will write down directly because 4 into 0 into anything. Because x is there, x is substituted as 0 for Maclaurin's. Plus 2y1. y1 is 1. So next term will be 2 is equal to differentiation of, that is y2 of 0 is 1. So we have y3 of 0 is equal to 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Minus 1. Now we will move ahead to find out the next derivative. So this expression obviously we have to differentiate with respect to x. So product rule again. 1 plus x square into y4 plus 2x into y3 plus 4x into y3 plus 4y2 into 1 plus 2y2 is equal to 1. Just I'll explain the differentiation to you once again. Product rule for 1 plus x square into y3. So first I will write down 1 plus x square as it is. Differentiation of y3 is y4 plus y3 as it is. Differentiation of 1 plus x square is 2x. Again product rule for 4 into x into y2. So 4x as it is. Differentiation of y2 is y3 plus 4y2 as it is. Differentiation of x is 1. Next, differentiation of 2y1 is 2y2. Differentiation of y2 in the right hand side is y3. So again we have like terms now, 2x y3 plus 4x y3. So we can add these two like terms and rewrite the expression and write it in the next page. So I'll just rewrite the first term as it is, 1 plus x square into y4 plus this middle two terms adding, we get 6x y3. The next two terms as it is. Next two terms also can be combined. 4y2 plus 2y2. 4y2 plus 2y2 gives us 6y2 is equal to, we have y3. So this is the simplified expression for y4 of x. Keeping this, we have to write down y4 of 0. So to find out y4 of 0, wherever x is there, we substitute 0. And we are familiar with y3 value, y3 of 0, y2 of 0 and all. We will substitute them also simultaneously. So we have 1 plus 0 square into y4 of 0 plus x is 0. So next, that is why next term is 0. 6 into y2 of 0. y2 of 0 is 1. So we have 6 into 1 is equal to y3. So y3 means y3 of 0, which is nothing but minus 1. Minus 1. So we have y4 of 0 is equal to minus 1 minus 6, which is minus 7. Now, in order to find out the one last differentiation, that is y5 of x, this was the expression with respect to y4 no. So we have to differentiate this to obtain y5. Product rule for the first term. So 1 plus x square into y5 plus y4 into 2x plus 6x into y4 plus 6y3 into 1 plus 6y3 is equal to y4. Let me explain the differentiation. product rule, 1 plus x square as it is, differentiation of y4 is y5, plus y4 as it is, differentiation of 1 plus x square is 2x. Next, 6x as it is, differentiation of y3 is y4. 6y3 as it is, differentiation of x is 1. Then differentiation of 6y2 is 6y3. The last right hand side, y3 differentiation is y4. Now we will rewrite this expression by simplifying. So 1 plus x square into y5 plus, we can add up these two terms. They are like terms. 2x y4 plus 6x y4 gives us 8x y4. Similarly, we can add up 6y3 plus 6y3, which is 12 into 1, 3 is equal to y4. So that keeping this, we can now find out y5 of 0. So at the point 0, this will give us 1 plus 0 square into y5 of 0 plus 8 into 0 will be 0, 12 into y3 of 0. y3 of 0 is minus 1. 12 into minus 1 is equal to y4. So y4 of 0 is minus 7. So this is y5 of 0 is equal to minus 7 minus plus 12 it will be. Plus 12. So this is 5. So we have all the derivatives values at the point 0. So we have y of 0, y1 of 0, y2 of 0, y3 of 0, y4 and y5 of 0. That is the reason I have blocked all these so that we can find them very easily. Now we will substitute all these into equation 1 where you have already written the formula. Substituting these in equation 1. We get y of x. Y of x is nothing but a given function e power tan inverse x is equal to y of 0, which is 1, plus x into 1 plus x square divided by 2 factorial into y2. y2 is 1 plus x cube divided by 3 factorial into y3 is minus 1 plus x power 4 divided by 4 factorial, y4 is minus 7 plus last term x power 5 divided by 5 factorial into 5. So simplifying this along with the factorials that is there in the denominator, we get 1 plus x square divided by 2 minus x cube divided by 6 minus 7 x power 4 divided by 24. And the last term, 5 factorial is 120. So 5 divided by 120 gives us 1 divided by 24. So this gives us x power 5 divided by 24 up to 5th degree term. This is the required Maclaurin series expansion of e power tan inverse x. So hope you have followed these problems on Maclaurin series expansion. Thank you for watching.